Hey everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Avernum 5, where we are still under Carabas in this unexpected one-way gauntlet of more exploding volcanic vents, even though we thought that we dealt with them by, resetting this whole machinery or whatever upstairs. But nope, apparently under the surface things are still bubbling and hissing and getting ready to explode. What's this? We can go all the way here, but there is no point. Nothing to dig, no items. Okay. Interesting. Ah, strange. None of the calderas in the passage behind you ever exploded. Yeah, that is weird, actually. I was just about to comment on that. Surviving your walk down this passage unharmed almost feels like an undeserved success. Yeah, no, it feels like something terrible is about to happen any moment. Okay, there is this, or here is this big room with 4 of these pedestal thingies that remind me of the Soul Taker's Pit. Except in this case we didn't find any kind of hints to some puzzle, if there is one. So we'll see. You approach this statue. Okay, I didn't even realize I approached the statue, but okay. Very cautiously, having learned only recently that stone in this place has a tendency to move around unexpectedly. Well, yeah, I mean, I guess this place has been shaking and the ceiling has been collapsing. I don't know why that makes me cautious of a statue necessarily. Also, I just noticed that there is actually some shenanigans going on down here. Maybe I did miss a button somewhere that would have opened a passage, or that's going to open after whatever is about to happen here. We will see soon enough. Okay, anyway, for whatever reason we are approaching the statue cautiously, and our caution is rewarded. Good. This statue of a demon is not a statue, it's a demon. The creature has been standing here motionless for so long that it grew covered with mineral deposits from water dripping from the ceiling. Okay. When you get close, it begins to move. As it turns to you, the shell of minerals cracks and falls away, revealing a tall, imposing, and hungry-looking demon. It begins to speak. Surprisingly, it knows your tongue. Its speech is somewhat archaic, but basically comprehensible. At last, the seals are broken. I can be free. Centuries in this pit, waiting for the Vanatai to... Wait, you there. Little, soft, fleshy thing. What year is it? I mean, that doesn't sound particularly archaic. Maybe we have to imagine that it's actually using an older version of whatever language they're actually speaking in this fantasy land. If we don't assume that they're actually speaking English, which they might be. Who knows? You can speak my language? I mean, I suppose that is surprising, although it wouldn't have been the first thing that came to my mind. But yeah, we have no reason to assume that this demon has ever seen any humans. Or, humanoids other than Vantai. Of course, naturally, my kind has a natural facility with all forms of speech. Oh, okay. How else are we to taunt and tempt you with desired efficiency? That's a good point, I guess. And now we still have the option to say, "Ah, a demon!" and attack. I mean, I guess that's never not an appropriate response, but no. Say what year it is. Why not? Why not indulge in some small talk with this demonic creature before we proceed to slaughter it? Or get slaughtered by it, but, well, probably the former. It looks shocked. Such a delay. So much time lost. Now I understand why I hunger so. It looks you over and begins to drool. Normally I would parley. I would offer little trinkets in return for your soul, and so on. But I find I do not have the patience. Come, give me this standard begging before I consume you. I am a warrior of the Empire. I do not beg. Yeah, sure. Why not? If there ever was a place for pathos, this is it. The Empire? You mean that aggressive band of tribes survives? That is even, dare I say it, that it even, dare I say it, prospers? Well, I'm not so sure about prospering. Oh, but I must return to the surface and see this for myself. But first, lunch. The gate behind you slams shut. Oh no. The demon throws its clawed hands wide and lets out a long, blood-curdling screech. In the shadows far above you, you can hear bats answering its cry. So the gate has slammed shut. I don't like that. I mean, I didn't see a button anywhere immediately nearby, but there might have been one in the corridor, and I don't like the idea of possibly being locked out of whatever is in there. The 2 healing potions and 1 scroll of acid shower or something being permanently out of my reach. But we'll see. I guess we'll deal with the demon. Maybe the gate is gonna reopen. Bats screeching, huh? And you are Torm, Lord of Bats. That makes sense, I suppose. Almost 1800 health. I mean, I guess it all depends on, or, you know, how terrible this is going to be. Depends entirely on how much damage he's going to end up taking. Okay, thanks for giving me 2 free rounds for buffing. That's almost as much as I need. Let's see here. We have the Flame Sword equipped. That's, well, I don't know. The guy looks blue, but obviously that doesn't really mean anything. Either way, I'm going to switch to the debuffing blade and see if I can actually hit him to apply both weakness and curse at the same time, and I did. That's nice. Good to have that out of the way. Physical damage also does seem to be working quite fine. So that's good to know. Okay, yeah, physical damage definitely working alright. He punches, he misses. With a 92%, I'm assuming, hit chance. The damage he dealt was not that bad, and we don't have our... well, now we have our protection buff, so from now on that should be even less. Obviously we're also going to buff this one. He does apply an a lightning debuff, which is kind of unfortunate, but it's fine. We are going to slow you down. Resist the slow spell. You know, I'm actually going to try again, because I would like that to stick. Thank you. So that round was not completely wasted. No, I'm not gonna experiment now. If I ever have more than 10 action points, I am gonna switch to the Fire Blade and try that out. Although I really have no reason to. It couldn't possibly outperform the current weapon, because it's actually dealing pretty decent damage. Torm, Lord of Bats. Right, I also well, actually I did forget to speed up, to haste Rasluka and Svafnir. But then again, it's probably a good idea to slow down the boss as quickly as possible. So, yeah. Anyway, the demon points to the north and mutters a spell. A ball of glowing fire appears in the stand at that end of the room. The calderas there spring to life. They begin to rumble and steam, ready to vomit forth searing fire. Okay. I mean, that's actually not that great, but then again, he's going down pretty quickly, I gotta say. Surprisingly so. We also got lava bats, pretty normal. Right, so these 2 calderas are gonna start exploding. I mean, that's kind of unfortunate, but then again, also not that bad. Well, we'll see how bad it is, but I'm not particularly worried quite yet. Let's try Repel Spirit. In the past, it hasn't really worked that well on demons. Yep. Okay, demons, while susceptible to the spell, technically, continue to be very resistant to it. I am going to speed up Rasluka, but I'm also going to, in preparation for the incoming elemental damage that I'm expecting, going to cast Prismatic Shield. Sorry, Svafnir. 10 action points still. I hadn't even realized that she wasn't hasted before. She just happened to have 10 action points due to quick, not action. Or is it quick action? Why do I keep forgetting? You know, the one that does not give you occasional double hits. That's the one that kicked in now. Anyway, she's continuing to do just fine. You can do another Mighty Shot for over 100 damage. Very nice. Okay. The Demon Lord keeps punching us for very little damage. I guess you can try Smite. Okay. I mean, a boosted Smite would probably be okay. Definitely better than a Repel Spirit. We could, of course, attack the bat. Nah, let's focus on the boss. Except, well, you can do a well-aimed... Let's try lightning. Oh, okay, so, yeah, I mean, he applies a lightning debuff, so I guess it makes sense that he would be resistant to it. Let's try a Fire Blast. Okay, that of course, predictably didn't deal any damage to the bat, even though I was not predicting it. What should I have done instead? I guess Icy Rain to hopefully finish off the bat and deal damage to the demon. But he took pretty good fire damage. I guess at least I learned that. So I guess the fire blade would probably work just fine. But again, I have no reason to assume that it would work any better than what we're currently using. Also, last round I actually did completely forget to haste Fafnir. It also doesn't actually matter. You know what? I don't think I really need to, but I'm going to cast Divine Restoration. It also gives us the regen buff, which is always nice. So fire works pretty well, huh? Ice, maybe not so much. Let's go with the Divine Fire then. Yeah, 90 damage. That's actually pretty good. Quite good. Yeah, at this point, I don't think we need to... Well, you know, no. It feels mean not to, so giving you haste. And yeah, we could all move out of the way of the exploding caldera, but we could also try to interact with this thing and maybe remove the ball. Maybe that's what you're expected to do. I mean, I can... she has 13 action points. Actually, that allows her to go there. Click on that. The sound is pretty, but you can't do anything with it. It's a sensor, not a control. A sensor? Okay. Weird way to put it. You know, since I do have the action points for it, I am gonna actually switch to the fire sword. I mean, that's good damage, but that was boosted. Yeah, I mean, no big difference. If anything, it seems like I'm dealing maybe a little bit less damage than with the other weapon, which is weird. But I'm guessing it's really pretty much the same. I mean, he's also dealing really good damage, actually. Those were two very solid shots. Let's continue to be a minor nuisance. And I guess we'll just finish you off like that. Didn't expect that to be the killing blow, but I'll take it. The demon falls to the floor and immediately begins to dissolve. It spends its last moments cursing you, your parents, and your empire. All semblance of politeness is gone. It is an undignified display. So long as it's only cursing us with words and not literally putting a curse on us, that is okay. And then the demon is gone, leaving only a smear of foul-smelling, tarry substance. Alright. And hopefully this stuff is going to stop exploding sometime soon. Oh. Okay, so Divine Restoration does reach far enough to affect her. Mass Healing does not. Oh well. Can we do something now? Nope, not a control. Fair enough. Alright, Lava Sword. Yeah, well. I guess these have become inactive, even though the ball is still displayed as being there. Also, okay, the gate has opened back up again. Actually, do we see... No switches, nope. It's your turn. She's still taking damage mostly from the lightning debuff. But I guess it's not that bad. Could have boosted that. Fine though. You switch to the other weapon. And we're done with this fight. Okay, that was really not that bad. Thankfully, finally, an enemy that does not take, you know, that does not resist every single damage type. To a huge degree. Okay, still taking some damage, but really not a lot. Really a surprisingly small amount. Oh, and we're still regenerating, I didn't even realize. Okay, nice. And the regen lasted just long enough. Perfect. Let's see here. Acid-edged legs. +1 to anatomy. Okay, interesting. So not just your standard piece of armor with just some resistances. I mean, I guess we have a couple of these that actually do, well, yeah, have some extra bonuses in addition. Fatigue removal, gymnastics and quick strike. Okay, quick strike is the one, right? Yes, quick action is the one that gives you... Really, it should be the other way around, shouldn't it? That's... I don't know why it took me this long to realize that. But this is literally... Quick action literally gives you extra strikes. And quick strike literally gives you extra action points. Why are they named the way they are named and not the other way around. Surely, subconsciously, that must be what prevented me and will continue preventing me from ever remembering which one is which. Okay, anyway, that's finally... the mystery is finally solved, I guess. We'll take this knowledge elixir. Thank you. So this is basically +1 anatomy. And otherwise a normal piece of leg gear. Which I could technically use if I, you know... I mean, I suppose... it weighs 10. Never mind. Of course, it's completely useless to my casters. It's even heavier than these, even though it uses the same type of icon. Well, almost, actually. It's not exactly the same. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. Anatomy is nice, but not actually all that great when you think about it. 6 armor. Oh, this is only 4 armor. But I mean, gymnastics and quick strike are still more useful, I think. Fatigue removal is more useful, so yeah, I don't think we want this. Just one more check. I mean, it is very bulky, actually. Yeah, no. Thanks, but no thanks. Is there anything else in here? Can we do anything with these? No. Why are these even interactable when apparently they're the only purpose they serve is for the boss to summon the gold ring, to summon the ball and gold necklace? Okay, sure, I'll take it. To appear on one of these. Who knows? Anyway, button? Huh. And again, there's nothing visible anywhere. Okay. What is this? What is that purple thing? That looks important. And we're about to leave this map for good, presumably. Okay. Surely I must be missing something. I mean, when you look at the map, there's clearly a tunnel right there, between these two walls. And that would make a lot of sense. That would explain this weird, you know, collapsed but actually still passable part of the tunnel. Okay, one final check. Because I really just don't believe that there's nothing here. Clearly there isn't, but... okay. Nope, no items. No buttons on the wall. Alright, fair enough. And unfortunately no way to the north, somewhere toward the Azure Gallery. Because we are still looking for that passage as well, but maybe it's actually just going to be from... I mean, of course, it could be from somewhere past the Vanatai barrier, or, you know, the literal wall, or... yeah, I guess it is a physical wall, right? That is blocking me from going toward the east from the lands. So, of course, I could just find a passage from those new lands, past the Vanatai lands, to the Azure Gallery, and that would technically fulfill Dionysius' request. Did we get a message about having made it past or something? No, I guess not. Well, I mean, first of all, we're in this part of a map that we have been to and that I kind of forgot about. What was this? Just one of the hibernation facilities? Yeah, I guess so. Right, okay. Well, I mean, this leads northward, so maybe this is actually what I've been asking about all this time, and I've just been complaining about nothing. Okay, can we... okay, we just weren't close enough to the second barrier, fair enough. Nothing on the floor. And I was gonna say, no, this is just a little storeroom. Well, it is, but there's also a Wraith and 2 Vanadvoy in the room next door. Question is, how tough are these guys? Not that tough. Surprisingly, the 2 guys in the back, which you would expect to be the bodyguards for the guy in the middle, are tougher, at least hit point wise. Maybe that's because the Wraith is more of a you know, spellcaster. Anyway, we managed to debuff it. It's always good. We will weaken you. Actually, we will also weaken... oh. You almost used Smite there, which definitely would not have worked. Okay, and yeah, since otherwise these guys aren't going to be particularly dangerous, I'm just going to start attacking. Not worry about any more buffs or debuffs. 8 action points, right, because we're not hasted. I'm going to focus on you. Oh, she's fleeing in terror, that's not great. We have to deal with that, unfortunately. Okay, because I don't trust spell ranges. I'm gonna do this. It worked. That's great. Okay, should have known, and I also should have just used something that would just hit all of them. Okay, good. That guy's dead. I mean, you can use some Divine Fire. You can use Arcane Blow, I guess. Yep, satisfying numbers. I did not mean to do that, but I guess while we're here, Waveblade, sure. Oh, we cannot hand that over. You know what? Never mind then. You can still attack though. There you go, point blank shot. Okay, now, one attack cloaks. Can I not? Oh, I'm not if I'm pressing the wrong button, that makes sense. Waveblade, some herbs, some beautiful crystals. And inside we have another Waveblade, as I just saw, and another cloak, and a corrupting baton, which we absolutely don't need. Okay, that is that. Here we have 8 more crystals. Okay. And that does appear to be that. Oh. Okay, nice little distraction on the side. Moving on. More exploding calderas and some submission fungi. Awesome. Yeah, sure, just run ahead. And shrubs, because of course. Did we... I mean, I know we came across a couple similar enemies somewhere. That was not in this cave, though. No, that was on the way to the Pit of Abominations, I believe. Quite fittingly. I mean, either way, we'll just deal with these. There is an unfortunate number of them, but thankfully, I suppose, they're kind of easy to kill. I'm going to speed things up by buffing, just because I want to be done with this experience as quickly as possible. Now, does that mean that I also want to cast haste on everyone, or am I just going to start dealing damage? I think I'm going to just see how quickly we can kill these things. We should be able to get... We did get all 4 of them. Turns out submission fungi are lightning. Of course. Right. Also the calderas are exploding and we're all taking pretty considerable amounts of damage here. Oh, right. These things are also immune to fire, apparently. That's great. Physical works. Right. That's the trick. Well, I mean, everyone's pretty damaged, so we have to do this. Being pretty reckless with my mana, considering I don't know exactly how long we are going to be trapped in this underground section, but well, I'm sure we're going to be out of here pretty soon. So if I cannot damage these all with fire or with lightning, I guess I'm going to try Icy Rain and hope for the best. Okay, and Icy Rain, of course, doesn't work against these things. So yeah, maximum annoyance. Okay. Mighty Shot, come on. Close. Okay, so these things, spraying shrubs, they were susceptible to lightning, but not cold. Right? God, I'm already forgetting. That's not great. Lightning, but not cold or fire. Surely the flaming shrub is gonna be resistant to fire. cold predictably works against it. That's nice. Taking so much damage. I should have healed, actually. We might be in trouble here. Alright, these were resistant to lightning. Yeah. Of course they were. Okay. We are still alive somehow. Right. Fire does not work against these. It's just too many things to try to keep in mind. Okay. Move forward. Heal everybody. Now. Cold? Cold damage? No, cold does not work against these. But against these. But lightning works against both, right? Yeah. Yes, it does. Okay, good. At this point, obviously, I should have hasted. Also, we should try to just run through here, because these calderas are actually completely wrecking us, but... Oh well. Switch to the other weapon. Good. You start moving across this terrible place. That's another submission fungus, right? So we actually do want to attack it with physical attacks, like so. Gonna continue taking terrible damage. I'm gonna continue spamming this expensive healing spell, but honestly, it's not making much of a dent in my mana. There is actually another one of these. How did I miss that? I'm not sure. Okay, Flaming Shrub. I guess we want to maybe try killing you with this. It was not quite enough. Unfortunate. And now one of us died. Amazing. We can actually remedy that, so I'm going to roll with it for the time being. Okay, you can move out of the range of one of the calderas at least. And she should be fine. Presumably gonna heal the two of you. Of course, our main physical attacker, well, one of our main physical attackers is now dead, so... lightning doesn't work against these, but fire did? I have no idea. Nope, fire does not work. Cold works against these. Okay. You know. I want to check this out, of course. Warrior's Cloak. Okay. Of course, melee and pole weapons. I mean, fair enough, so long as it also has other bonuses. I'm gonna take that for now. Actually, you can take it. Can we hand that over? No, we can't. Because why would we? We take that and leave the stupid mortar behind. There you go. And we have you just move ahead, I suppose. In fact, you move away, you heal her. You also move away, except, never mind. Just one step away from this thing, I didn't pay attention to her action points. One step away was obviously too much. Because of course one of these stationary turret thingies would stop you from running away from it. That just makes sense. Okay, anyway. Because I completely forget what damage they're susceptible to, but I think Frost actually works. Yes, okay, good. Okay, she's still completely crippled. This is awful. This is, I mean, partially my fault, yes. I just wasn't taking this fight seriously, and I should have handled it differently from the start. Okay, so just making sure the only thing to click there was the corpse. Oh boy. Okay. You heal again, and of course you can actually just exit combat. And maybe for the first time, wrong button. I don't actually remember if we had an occasion to cast Return Life before, but here we go. It can only be used out of combat, by the way, in case I hadn't tried that before. I think I did. So yeah, that's why I had to finish combat first. Okay, that was pretty horrible, but we're out of this place and there is a way to the surface, so that's good. Now entering the Dark River. And this is definitely a new area, and this is actually the other side of the gate, yes. Okay, good. Exactly what we wanted. Do we get some sort of message acknowledging our escape from the underground? Maybe, eventually. I should probably also save. There's some sort of abandoned camp here. Fine cloak. Alright, I wanted to take a look at this. Okay, first, what do we have? What do we have? Lethal blow and anatomy. Lethal blow is nice. The resistances are actually also pretty nice. Anatomy is, you know, whatever. This is 1 point in our weapon category of choice. The other one, I suppose, does contribute to unlocking the last couple of battle disciplines, or maybe the last at this point. Hardiness and defense is decent, I suppose. And this is bows and quick action. Okay. Quick action being the one that's completely pointless, actually, because that's the one that does not give you extra actions, but extra melee attacks. Only melee attacks. Right. So it gives you two bows, and that's it. Still, obviously better than 1 point in melee and or pole weapons. And of course, you still have things that are, well, you don't necessarily have something that's much more useful to you. Quick strike, yeah, again, extra action points. This would be more protective. As it is, I don't know. Honestly, this is pretty good as it is. And, you know, these extra, the extra little bit of protection this would provide is not really worth it. So, thanks, but no thanks. I'll take that money and the bow and the iron short sword, I guess. Light swords are looking fine. Healing elixir, curing elixir, energy elixir goes to you. Did I check this? Yeah. No. Yes, maybe? I don't know. Ah, you open the box and find writing materials and paper. Most of the sheets of crude papyrus are blank. One is not. It has been torn in pieces, probably as a prelude to burning it before the work was interrupted, and then was still put in there together with other materials. Okay. It is easy to reassemble the fragments. The destruction was far from complete before the person tearing it had to depart. It reads, I have done enough for the cause. They suspect me. I know they do. I have learned all I can. I'm sure of it. And the portal is driving me mad. All the buzzing. You offered me rewards. I want them, now. Get me out of here. Sienna. Wow, okay. She was here? I mean, we basically knew that she was working with Dorikas in some way. But I had no reason to assume that she had ever actually ventured this far into the frontier. I mean, we didn't have reason to assume that anyone but Dorikas himself, well, Dorikas and his band of, I don't know, followers, ever made it this far. Well, they and possibly those explorers from Muck, who we still haven't found any actual solid trace of, and I wonder if we ever will. Anyway, well, Sienna, I don't know what to say. It appears that you have been betrayed from the very beginning of your journey. Oh no, how unexpected. The traitor was waiting for you at the end of every pylon. The end of every pylon? Well, yeah, okay, I guess it's some way to put it. Okay, hello there. Little extra stash of stuff. Group haste. You? Yes. Mass shield. You? Alright, okay. Oh, and there are people here. Ruth. The mage who is with Dorikas and who we met once in that place whose name I don't remember. Was it Exodus? Wait. I can just look at the map. Exodus. It was actually called Exodus, and it was right here by the river. Wow. I'm honestly amazed that I remember that. And before, that's not what happened at all, but I'm pretty sure, actually. Unusually sure. Anyway, so she's right there. Hasn't talked to us yet. Well, I guess we'll just get it over with. You reach the far end of the Valentine lands. Their domain ends at a black river, flowing roughly into the depths. There is an ancient dock with 2 surprisingly new boats tied to it. Alas, the owners of the boats are standing between you and them. There are several armed people waiting, humans. Their weapons are out. A woman in long robes stands at the front of the group. You recognize her. You met her in Exodus. Okay, thanks for confirming. It is Ruth, the wizard and loyal servant of Dorikas. Before she just wanted to talk. Now she is here with a much more serious purpose. I am pleased. You are exactly where you were supposed to be, when you were expected. I'm not used to the quality of information we are getting. Dorikas has sent me to deal with you at last. We had hoped that you would be turned aside by now, fallen victim to ambush, or to the scheming Avernites, or to some incidental monster, and yet you have prevailed and earned the right to be killed personally. Oh wow, I feel honored. How did you know to find me here? I mean, obviously, Sienna. Seriously, game, do we have to ask? Do you need to give me that option? Why are you here? I'm here to destroy you. Once I thought that you might be converted to our cause. I know now that this will never happen. This saddens me. After all, you serve the same nation I do. Please indulge me before the end. You have been in the underworld for months now. You have fought for the worms. You have seen their pettiness, their insolence, their treachery. In your time down here, what have you learned? Oh boy, I've learned that the cause of the Darkside Loyalists is just. I wish to fight on your side? Yeah, no. That ship has long sailed. She even said that she's no longer interested in us joining their cause, even if we now suddenly somehow changed our minds. I mean, I'm half tempted to actually give it a try, but no, not really. The Darkside Loyalists would only bring war and tyranny. Tyranny? I don't know. I will do all I can to destroy them. I mean, yeah, basically. I don't much like you or the Empire. All I want is to return to the surface and live on a farm somewhere. Honestly, most understandable, most relatable option right there. At last I can kill you, die? I don't know. Did we try to attack her last time we met? I know she just wandered off into the river. I think she actually froze us in place and just walked off. When we presumably tried to choose the option, the dialogue option that would have had us attack her. But obviously the game did not want us to do that back then. Honestly, I'm not sure I want to right now, because we're not exactly in the perfect shape. Some of our buffs are falling off, the rest is gonna follow soon enough. So this is far from ideal. But, well. You know, let's be the heroes that we've been all this time. So, yeah, the Darkside Loyalists are evil, and we want to stop them, of course. Ah, I see. More fool I for thinking that you might be recruited. Curse my optimistic spirit. Any final words? Surrender? You can never defeat the might of the Empire? I mean, please don't kill me, I beg you. Wow, no, sorry, but those are not adequate final words. Either way, I'm ready to fight you. Do your worst. Yeah, you know. The Loyalists nod approvingly. You face the end with courage. You do not back down. If more were like you, there would be no need for the Darkside Loyalists to exist. Such a waste. Fortunately, soon an ally of Dorikas will push General Redmark aside and take the throne. Who? Is it going to be Sienna? Really? Well, maybe it's not her. Maybe she's really just the spy who's, ratting out on us constantly. Because she really doesn't seem fit to do anything more than that. In fact, I'm surprised that, with all the heavy drinking, she's been managing to actually, deliver information about us. But okay, yeah, the disease will be cured soon enough. But enough of your foolishness. Well, enough of your foolishness, Ruth. Your journey ends here. She begins to cast a spell. Great. Okay, well, do the best we can before all hell breaks loose, as it were. Let's see, how tough are you? Almost 2,000 health for a freaking spellcaster. With any luck, she's at least not going to be very resistant to physical attacks. But we'll see. God, these guys are so healthy. This is going to be a pain. I'm probably going to have to reload and actually buff before we start this, because this is just ridiculous. But we'll see. Proper weapon is equipped. Okay. Weakened and cursed. This guy didn't do anything? No, maybe not yet. We're gonna weaken your armor. Okay, she summons stuff. This guy thankfully also shoots Empress Luca. So far so good. No one's dealing particularly heavy damage yet. Let's see. I want to deal the most damage I possibly can, because they have a ton of health all combined, so that's not great. I should probably slow her down, but I also need to speed us up. I think that is probably more important. I mean, we have to focus on her, right? These guys aren't gonna be that much easier to kill, if at all. 10 action points though, so I guess we're gonna... Actually, I mean, I suppose I could attack them to reduce their attack power. That would make sense. Attack each one of these at least once. You keep shooting her. Okay, now they're all hasted. Gonna add some protection. Anything else you can do? I mean, we could heal her. I think we're gonna actually... Well, we're gonna shield breaker this guy for pretty good damage. So, ideally... First things first. Well, I would like to start blasting them with area damage as soon as possible, of course, but I think it's probably in my best interest to try and slow her. Please work. Okay, good. That is good. Now we attack you for the weakening debuff. We attack you for the weakening debuff, and also to maybe keep you from running toward Tattersail as soon as she starts flinging spells. You keep shooting her. Basically ignore this guy because he's very ignorable, let's be honest. Okay, we're all slowed. Thankfully we're not actually slowed though, so that's good. Yeah, she's definitely taking some heavy damage at this point. You know though, why don't we do some Divine Restoration? Mostly for the... or really, only for the regen buff. Otherwise, of course, a strong heal on her would have been fine. And I guess we do a smite? Okay. I mean, luckily, and surprisingly, she's actually taking pretty decent damage from everything I've tried so far, so that's nice. A nice change of pace, really. We do a well-aimed arcane blow. That should be satisfying, hopefully. Yep, pretty good. And with any luck, all of these enemies are not immediately gonna switch targets to her, but we'll see. Gonna keep attacking her. No double hits, but that's fine. Okay, good. They're still attacking her. Mighty blow. Okay, and you summon. Terror has been overcome immediately. That's good. They're still all attacking her. I mean, not complaining here. Divine Fire. Okay, yeah. Even not boosted, still dealing pretty good damage. And these guys, despite their 800 something health, are going down reasonably quickly. So yeah, all things considered, if nothing fundamentally changes about this, this is gonna be quite doable. Actually, I didn't really notice apparently before that Ruth is taking very little magical damage specifically, so maybe Fire Blast is gonna work better in that regard? Marginally. Yeah, these guys still not quite dead, but actually would the Fiery Sword work better against her? I kinda doubt it. Oh, maybe it does. I mean, that was a mighty blow. I don't know. It was okay damage, either way. But I think the physical blade might have been slightly better. Oh wow, that was a lot of damage. Okay. We are all regenerating though. So we are probably gonna be fine either way, but you know, just to be safe. We'll do this. And we're gonna throw a spell at you again. You're just gonna do this. Okay. And Fireball? Well, I think I switched back to this weapon again. Oh, actually, never mind. Yeah, actually the Fireblade deals just a little bit more damage. Yeah, but all things considered, she's going down without too much of a problem. This guy's just continuing to exist, I guess. You keep flinging smites her away, which work well enough. Now, what was the most effective thing for her to do? Not lightning damage, or magical damage. Not single target fireballs, I guess. I guess you can do a boosted Icy Rain, maybe? 51 against her. and 54 non-boosted with a fire blast. Yeah, you know. Either way, not much of a difference. Also, that was definitely less damage than we did last round. Did she buff herself in the meantime? Maybe. Maybe the armor debuff has actually run out or something. That is quite possible. I actually have no idea how long that lasts. Even without enemies, you know, potentially removing stacks or removing duration with their own buffs. Either way, it's gonna be over very soon? Actually, now it's probably gonna be over. There we go. Ruth collapses. She looks up at you as a thin line of blood runs from the corner of her mouth. She's in great pain, but she also seems strangely relieved. It was hard. A hard thing. To fight the Empire. To kill my fellows. I'm free. My duty is done. The hard work. I hate these caves. Did not want to end. She closes her eyes. She's gone. Okay. So, what does that mean now? She didn't actually like working with Dorikas, she just thought it was necessary for the good of the Empire or something? I don't know, man. I have a hard time sympathizing with her, being quite honest. Okay, you there, yeah, you also have so many hit points. Could you... I mean, obviously I cannot really make him run over here to speed things up even a little. So, yeah, let's just finish up these wolves and, you know... Come on. Come on. Okay, good. Shoot that guy. Actually, shield breaker on this guy as well. Ouch. Stop it. He's taking very good damage, as expected, so shouldn't last all that long. Fireball for 69. Nice. Okay, we have the fire sword equipped. I mean, just for fun, we also attack him with the other sword to weaken him. To add insult to injury. Not that he'll stay insulted or injured for much longer. And there's that. Okay. That was an encounter. For sure. What do we get out of it? First of all, okay. Debuffs are gone. Iron helmet. Iron broadsword. Healing elixir. Thanks, I guess. Iron breastplate. Curing elixir. Quicksilver sandals. Alright. +1 to battle speed. -2 to strength. Is this a Quicksilver thing? No, that's symbiotic. Okay, never mind. Battle speed. Is that just a permanent extra action point? I kind of think so, but honestly, the -2 to strength is such a deal breaker for any character. Strength is so important just for the encumbrance that no item with negative strength, well, I mean, unless it is 1 strength for 2 intelligence, but -2 to strength for 1 extra action point, if that's what it is, that is not that great. I mean, absolutely correct me if I'm wrong, but even then, in order to use this on any character, I would have to invest in more strength just to be able to wear it. I don't think it could possibly be worth it. So I'm gonna just work under the assumption that it isn't and consider it utter crap. I'm sorry. Sparkling one, days, whatever. Don't need that. Okay, well, thanks, Ruth. I guess, yeah, that was that. What else can I say? Is there anything else here? No, doesn't seem like it. Okay, let's save the game just in case. But yeah, this gate is just going to be closed. Is there anything here? Nope. Anything here? Nope. Nope. Just nope. And no way to... Hello, can we talk to this guy from here? Okay, they just act as if we are still standing on the other side of the gate, which is fair enough. Didn't really expect the game to, you know, recognize that we made it past. Okay, well, we're back on the surface and we're, I guess, about to embark on another subterranean Dark River journey to go somewhere. The map does not actually tell us anything quite yet. In fact, yeah, we're in unmapped, unexplored territory right now. Although I'm sure more is going to get added eventually. But yeah, we'll emerge somewhere, and hopefully that place is going to have a pylon, which will allow us to travel back to, for example, the Portal Fortress to confront a certain enemy spy. Although we'll see if things will have changed back home, as it were. Of course, well, depending on what we find there, we will confront her and or report to our general and tell him the news, I guess. So yeah, either way, long story short, we have emerged here. We're about to start a new adventure, I guess, a new chapter of our adventure. But for the time being, I thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and I shall see you real soon. Bye-bye.